Hello everyone, Thempire Ian here for another Rush Duel React. We got a big wave of a new archetype, Woolly Wonderland. You see, the TCG may have created a new format called Genesis, but I don't care. The only format I want is Rush Duels. Give me Rush Duels, please. And until that moment, I will be preparing for Rush Duels by continuing to do these Rush Duel Reacts to hopefully eventually learn how this format works. So first up, we got Princess of the Flock, Miss Mutton. Beautiful. Wonderful. A level 7, 2500 attack, 1600 defense. Very readable card. It's a reprint. Oh, okay. This card already existed, so they're just making a wave of support for her, which includes a max wave. So we actually haven't reacted to a max wave in a while, or at all, I think, in this series. I think for the most part, the max cards have kind of been power crept out of the format. I don't know for sure on that. The idea with them is you have to draw all three of them and then summon them together as one thing. You can summon them separately, but they won't get their maximum effects. So I'm interested to see what these do to make them playable in the current year at all. I'm curious. And I love this art, though. Look at that. She's reaching across to grab this big ball of yarn, and she's reaching across here to punch this dog. I don't know what's going on here. So this is Mega Magical Sheep Girl Meeg-chan. Maxwell L. And then Maxwell and then Maxwell R. That's how they differentiate the different parts of her. Okay, so I guess the English name is Super Princess of the Flock Max Mutton. Sure. Meeg-chan. That's awesome. Okay, Prince. So let's see. Level 7 Light Beast. Yummy! No, I'm kidding. Obviously. Maximum effect monster, 2500, zero defense. This card's name. So like the defense doesn't matter because maximum cards can't be put in defense. And they also, maximum cards take up all 3 monster zones, in case you weren't aware. So they're kind of difficult to get out, and they're kind of the only thing you can have on the field, but they are pretty powerful, so let's see what happens here. This card's name is treated as Princess of the Flock Miss Mutton while in the graveyard. Requirement, send 2 cards from your hand to the graveyard. During this turn, this card attacks Pierce, and if this card is in maximum mode, this card gains 1000 attack and cannot be destroyed by effects for the rest of this turn. So that's how that's like, a lot of these cards have a way, maximum cards have a way to protect themselves from the trap card effects, and this one has this effect. So yeah, this effect does work, well, not in maximum mode, but it does more when it's in maximum mode. Cool. Seems like a decent effect already. You can maximum summon this card with the other guys. This card's name is treated as Princess of the Flock Miss Mutton on the graveyard. Send 1 Meat and Greed, or Beaming Bell Beam, from your hand to the graveyard. No clue what those cards are. Choose 1 card your opponent controls to destroy it. That really helps because maximum cards take up your entire monster zone. A big problem with maximum cards is that they have trouble getting over set 1 pass, or not set multiple pass, but like even just set 1 pass, it stumbles them up. So this is a way to help prevent that. I mean, obviously the piercing does as well. But yeah, this way you can get over some cards that maybe you can't get over otherwise, but like with 3500 attack, you probably should be able to get over everything. But it is helpful, and it's cards, so this could be like field spells as well that might be causing you trouble. And then we have the right side, also treated as Princess of the Flock Miss Mutton. Requirement none. Choose a beast, normal monster, Meat and Greed, or Beaming Bell Beam in the graveyard and add it to the hand. If this card is in maximum mode, you can choose up to 3 of those cards instead and add them to your hand. Wow. That's pretty good. That just refuels your ability to use this effect. Pretty good. Alright, here's a fusion. It's a level 9 Dark Beast Fusion monster. Requires Princess of the Flock Miss Mutton and 2 Beast normal monsters, which can also be all of these, which I guess is another reason to play these instead of just ignoring the max mechanic. She looks cool as hell. Look at that. I love that. It's going to be a lot easier to use this as a thumbnail than the maximum card, because how do I show off this full art, right? Bother side, Pyro Wolves. Wait, okay. Royal Princess of the Woolly Wonderland. Okay, Woolly Wonderland is Bother side. Oh my god. Bother side. Bother side. All right, but Woolly Wonderland is apparently what it's called in English. Woolly Wonderland Pyro Wool requires Woolly Wonderland Pyro Wool and Woolly Wonderland Pyro Wool. What? Huh? But its name is, this is Woolly Wonderland Pyro Wool, and it needs 2 of itself to make it? Weird. It's got a 3,000 attack though, it's huge. This guy's 3,600. Holy moly. They have no effects though. Okay, Woolly Wunderworld Thunder Ramda, which also requires 2 of itself to be, okay. There's gotta be something going on here. Requirement, changes the attack position card to face up defense. Choose up to 2 spell trap cards your opponent's field and destroy them. Ooh, wow. That's pretty powerful. It means it can't attack that turn, but like, wow, that could really help you set up your other cards to attack. Woolly Wonderland Aqua Sheep. Like, they are all, I see the Underworld thing, because they'll have that little ghost thing. I don't know what that is, actually, but this one also requires 2 of itself. Change the attack position card to face up defense position. Choose 1 monster from the opponent's field, place on the bottom of the deck. Wow, that's really powerful. Ground Mutton. Requires 2 of itself. Continuous effect. This card cannot attack. This card in defense position cannot be destroyed by battle. Wow. Face up Princess of the Flock Miss Mutton and Royal Princess of Woolly Wonderworld Miss Mutton gain 700 attack and their attacks pierce. Ooh. That's pretty good. Can't use that with the max cards though. Alright, so what's this guy going on? Level 4? Iwakai Shadow Mary. Woolly Wonderland Shadow Mary. 1300, 100. Level 4 Dark Beast. If there's a face-up beast normal monster on your field, send the top 3 cards of your deck to the graveyard. You can choose 1 gateway to the Woolly Wonderworld in your graveyard and add it to the hand. Oh my god. Look at all the animals in that sheep's fluff. Woolly Wonderland Fluffy. Level 4 Light Beast effect monster, 700, 1000. If Princess of the Flock Miss Mutton is in your graveyard, send a card from the hand to the graveyard. Choose a Princess of the Flock Miss Mutton in your graveyard, add it to your hand, or special summon it to your field face up. Ooh, that seems pretty good. You got to have one in your graveyard, but that's not bad. Alright, gateway to the Woolly Wonderworld, or the Bother side. It's just like her like walking into the underworld. What the fuck? What is going on with the lore in this one? This is insane. Okay, requirement none. Send the face-up beast monster on your field to the graveyard. Then you can fusion summon a dark beast monster with 1600 defense by shuffling beast monsters from your field or graveyard into the owner's deck as material. Okay, but how are we getting the materials on the field or in the graveyard? All right, Miss Mutton's Flocking Fan Mail. Look at that. That's adorable. Send a beast normal monster from the hand to the graveyard. Okay, that's how you get Princess of the Flock into the graveyard. Draw 2 cards. If you send Princess of the Flock Miss Mutton to the graveyard for this requirement, you can choose 1 level 4 lower beast normal monster in your graveyard, special summon to your field face up. Okay, so we gotta be playing 4 lower beast normal monsters as well, apparently. And here's a trap card, Woolly Wonderland Nap Time. Opponent normal special summons a monster, send the top 3 cards of your deck to the graveyard, then choose face-up monster in your opponent's field up to the total number of beast maximum monsters and beast normal monsters sent to the graveyard by this effect. Change them to face-down defense position. I mean, that seems pretty strong depending on what you mill off the top. And then you can use these other things to help get them back. And this can just get your maximum pieces to your hand as well. That's actually, I didn't think about that. Okay, I'm still really confused on what you're supposed to be doing with ground mutton, with the muttons, with these pyro wool and these fuckers, Ramda. I don't know what how you're supposed to be making these guys when their material is themselves. That seems tricky. It's tricky to rock around. This card seems pretty easy to make, though. You just need Princess of the Flock Miss Mutton and 2 normal monsters. So you will need some amount of normal monsters to actually make this fucker. And max cards are also here. Okay, so a problem I'm seeing with this, and I'm no rush expert, so make sure to correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But a problem I'm noticing is that, like, there's one normal monster in archetype, and then there's just like a bunch of other things there's a bunch of things you can do. You've got the max cards, you've got the fusion cards, and they don't really seem to synergize very well together. The maximum card is going to take up all your zones. It probably wins you the game maybe, but like, what are you doing with all these fusion cards you're drawing? Nothing, instead of having like spell traps you could use. And then like all these maximum cards are going to really get in the way. I guess the idea is that like you don't play as many of them as I think you just play one of each, I guess. And you try to use Woolly Wonderland Fluffy to like get them to your hand, and then, you know, get the Miss Mutton onto the field and do stuff with that. And I'm not sure what the hell you're supposed to be doing with these freaks to make them, because they require themselves as material. It's so recursive. Nothing in here, as far as I can tell, has anything to do with sending stuff from the extra deck to the grave. So unless I'm missing something, I don't see a way to do anything with these, with those guys. You know what I just realized, though? Well, they're non-effect monsters. I assume the ruling is still the same, which is that fusion monsters are not normal monsters if they don't have effects. They're just non-effect monsters, right? So, and they're not level 4 or lower either. So that doesn't apply to that. But they also wouldn't apply to the summoning of Royal Princess of the Woolly Wunderworld. That's why it's called Wunderworld with a U, because it's the underworld too. That's really silly. What a strange little... I'm really curious about what's going on in the lore here. It seems very strange. But yeah, it feels like it's got too many moving parts that don't quite synergize as well together as they should. They don't not synergize. They do definitely synergize. It's just like it feels to me like they're not synergizing as well as they should be. Compared to like some other decks I've seen in here. But as always with Rush Duels, I feel like I'm missing some sort of context because of that one card that doesn't seem to do anything. Or not one card, 4 cards that don't seem to be summonable, in fact. So I'm confused on that. I guess let me know in the comments if there's any thing to help us with that. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think about these and whether I'm missing something that's key here or whatever. Yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hey there, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I've got a lot more for you if you want them. Just hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to get notifications. I'd also appreciate if you left me a like and a comment and maybe shared the video around with your friends. You can also follow me on all the usual social media sites. Just check out my website in the description below for more info. My videos are funded by my patrons, Ko-fi subscribers, and YouTube members, whose names you'll see scrolling by in the credits here. For just $1 a month, you too could find yourself here, trapped in my end screen for all eternity. In particular, I'd like to thank Jeremy Coatney, Frog Prince Michael, Fleekill, Haru Hayes, the Almighty Ferret Lord, and Fire Mizumi. A big thanks to all my other patrons and to my little community as a whole. Remember to be kind to yourselves, be kind to others, and have a wonderful whatever time it is for you. Bye-bye.